Right now, across the United States, entire ecosystems are being taken over by animals that were never supposed to be there. These species didn't evolve in this environment, yet they've managed to spread rapidly, outcompete native wildlife, and cause serious damage wherever they go. Some were released by careless owners, others introduced on purpose, but all of them have one thing in common. They are incredibly hard to stop. From reptiles taking over cities to mammals destroying landscapes and birds dominating the skies, these invasions are happening right now. And trust me, the last animal on this list will surprise you. So without further ado, let's dive into this. Feral hog. Feral hogs are one of the most destructive invasive mammals in the United States. Descended from domestic pigs and wild boars brought over by early settlers, they have spread across large parts of the country. These animals are highly adaptable and can survive in forests, grasslands, wetlands, and even agricultural areas. Adult feral hogs can weigh anywhere from 100 to over 300 pounds, and they are known for their aggressive behavior and intelligence. What makes them invasive is their ability to reproduce extremely quickly. A single female can have multiple litters per year, each with several piglets, leading to rapid population growth. Their impact on the ecosystem is severe. Feral hogs root through the ground while searching for food, tearing up soil, destroying crops, and damaging native vegetation. This behavior not only harms plant life, but also disrupts habitats for other animals. They also prey on small animals, eggs, and even young livestock. In addition to environmental damage, feral hogs cause billions of dollars in agricultural losses every year. They can destroy entire fields overnight and spread diseases that affect both wildlife and livestock. Controlling feral hog populations is extremely challenging. Methods include hunting, trapping, and even aerial culling using helicopters. Despite these efforts, their numbers continue to grow in many areas, making them one of the hardest invasive species to manage. Burmese python. The Burmese python is one of the most infamous invasive species in the United States, especially in the Florida Everglades. Native to Southeast Asia, these massive snakes were introduced mainly through the exotic pet trade. Many were either released by owners who could no longer care for them or escaped during events like hurricanes. Once in the wild, they found perfect conditions to survive and reproduce. These snakes can grow over 20 feet long and weigh more than 200 pounds, making them one of the largest predators in North America. What makes them invasive is their position at the top of the food chain. They have no natural predators in the Everglades and can eat a wide range of animals, including mammals, birds, and even alligators. Their impact on the ecosystem has been devastating. Studies have shown massive declines in populations of raccoons, rabbits, foxes, and other mammals in areas where pythons are established. By removing so many animals from the food web, they disrupt the balance of the entire ecosystem. Burmese pythons are also extremely difficult to detect. They are masters of camouflage and spend much of their time hidden in dense vegetation or water, making them hard to track and remove. On top of that, they reproduce efficiently, with females laying dozens of eggs at once. To control their population, Florida has organized python hunting programs and even competitions where hunters are encouraged to capture or kill them. Specially trained teams also track and remove snakes. Despite these efforts, their population continues to persist. Comment down below if you think that American government should take a different approach to these issues. The Nutria. Nutria are large, semi-aquatic rodents native to South America, but in the United States, they have become a destructive invasive species, particularly in southern wetlands. They were originally brought over for the fur industry, but when demand dropped, many were released or escaped into the wild. From there, they spread rapidly across marshes, rivers, and coastal areas. These animals can weigh up to 20 pounds and are known for their constant feeding. What makes Nutria invasive is how much vegetation they consume. They feed heavily on wetland plants, often digging up entire root systems instead of just eating the surface. This destroys plant life that is essential for stabilizing soil and maintaining wetland ecosystems. As a result, large areas of marshland have been degraded or completely lost due to nutria activity. This leads to increased erosion, loss of habitat for native species, and greater vulnerability to flooding. Nutria also reproduce quickly, allowing their populations to grow rapidly if not controlled. With few natural predators in many areas, their numbers can get out of control. Efforts to manage nutria include organized hunting programs, trapping, and bounty systems where hunters are paid for each animal removed. In some regions, large-scale eradication campaigns have been somewhat successful, but constant effort is required to keep populations in check. Green iguana. The green iguana is a large reptile native to Central and South America, but in the United States, especially in Florida, it has become a serious invasive species. These lizards can grow over 5 feet long and weigh more than 15 pounds, making them one of the biggest invasive reptiles in urban areas. They were originally brought in through the exotic pet trade, and over time, many escaped or were released into the wild. Because Florida has a warm, tropical climate similar to their natural habitat, they had no problem surviving and reproducing rapidly. What makes green iguanas invasive is their ability to thrive in both wild and heavily developed areas. They eat a wide variety of plants, which means they damage landscaping, gardens, and native vegetation. This puts pressure on local plant species and can disrupt the balance of ecosystems. On top of that, they dig extensive burrow systems to lay eggs and hide, which weakens infrastructure like sidewalks, seawalls, and canal banks. They also reproduce quickly, with females laying dozens of eggs at a time, allowing populations to explode in a short period. Because they have few natural predators in these areas, nothing is effectively controlling their numbers. To deal with the problem, authorities allow and even encourage humane killing in many parts of Florida. However, completely eliminating them is extremely difficult due to their numbers and adaptability. If you don't like and subscribe right now, 6 feral hogs will be waiting for you on your porch tomorrow. European Starling. The European starling is a small bird with a huge impact. Native to Europe, it was introduced to the United States in the late 1800s by people who wanted to bring over all the birds mentioned in Shakespeare's works. What started with just a small group quickly turned into one of the largest bird invasions in North America. Today, there are over 200 million starlings across the United States. They are highly adaptable and can live in cities, farms, and natural areas. What makes them invasive is their aggressive behavior and competition with native bird species. Starlings compete for nesting sites, often taking over cavities that native birds depend on. They are known to push out or even kill native birds to claim these spaces. This has contributed to declines in several native species that rely on similar nesting conditions. They also form massive flocks, sometimes numbering in the thousands or even millions. These flocks can damage crops, spread disease, and create hazards for aviation. Their droppings can accumulate in large amounts, causing sanitation and health issues. By dominating resources, they reduce biodiversity and alter natural balances. Efforts to control starlings include deterrence, habitat modification, and in some cases, culling. However, due to their massive population and adaptability, complete control is nearly impossible. Feral cat. Feral cats may look like normal house cats, but in the wild, they become highly efficient predators that can seriously damage ecosystems. Unlike stray cats that rely on humans, feral cats live completely independently and form breeding populations in both urban and rural environments across the United States. They are descendants of domesticated cats, originally brought by humans, but once established in the wild, they behave like invasive hunters. What makes feral cats especially dangerous is their hunting ability. They don't just hunt for food, they often kill more animals than they need. Studies have shown that feral cats kill billions of birds and small mammals every year in the US. This includes native species that have no natural defenses against such efficient predators. Ground-nesting birds, reptiles, and small mammals are especially vulnerable, leading to population declines and even local extinctions. Feral cats are invasive because they reproduce quickly and adapt to almost any environment. A single pair can lead to dozens or even hundreds of cats over time if left unchecked. They also spread diseases such as toxoplasmosis, which can affect wildlife, livestock, and even humans. By reducing populations of birds and small animals, they disrupt food chains and ecological balance. In some areas, they completely alter the natural structure of ecosystems. Efforts to control feral cat populations include trap-neuter return programs, where cats are captured, sterilized, and released to prevent breeding. However, the issue remains controversial, making large-scale control difficult. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because there are a lot more animals out there causing even more damage. These invasive species are spreading fast, and stopping them is harder than ever. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.